Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Bourbon Bar. I'm Holden. This is Lauren, and tonight we're playing another game. And as soon as I make sure that the volume still works, which seems to be a reoccurring theme of all my live streams, but ever since that one time and two or three times that I didn't have correct audio, I'm paranoid. So that being said, it's time to go ahead and let you guys know what's going on tonight. So basically, we're doing another whiskey game. Same kind of rules as always. Just the generic whiskey game that we all love, and just kind of training myself to have a better palate, furthering my ability to taste and do things and pick out tasting notes and pick things apart. I really want to get good at this and do a lot of differentiating between what comes in what kind of whiskey and what kind of mash bills changes stuff, and it's interesting to me. So Sugar Kitty is in the house. Hey Sugar Kitty, how's it going? Meow to you too. Busy night multitasking as usual. Well, thanks for even stopping in and saying hi. I appreciate you being here and jumping around as you typically do. So keep on the grind doing that. Who else are you doing tonight? Who else is going on right now? I'm not entirely sure. I feel like it switches up a lot on Tuesdays. I feel like there's a lot of people who sometimes stream, sometimes don't, especially during this time slot. But yeah, thanks for even stopping in. I appreciate that a lot. But that being said, we've just kind of been hanging out. It's gotten colder here in Wisconsin, not a whole lot, but I think it was only in like the low 70s the last week or couple days. Except for on Sunday, I think it was like 91.
It was super hot.
Yeah, during the weekend it was super hot. We went up to Door County. You guys had me on Instagram. You saw that I posted. We went to Hatch Distillery. Tried their newest bourbon that they have going on there. So that was really fun, and it was good up there. We went for a hike and a lot of other things. So it's kind of a little romantic getaway for the weekend.
Romantic?
Anytime together was romantic.
Oh.
But anyway, so the word that I can't think of that's in this glass, that's going to be my main baseline whiskey. My baseline whiskey is going to be Wild Turkey 101 Rye. It would have been normal Wild Turkey 101, but it's kind of getting low on me, and I don't want to have to go buy another bottle because I'm, broke. But also, I am rocking a stash tonight, which, if you guys never have a mustache and then you shave your face into having a mustache, you just forget that you have one, and then every single time you look in the mirror, it's just so surprising. Ask her. I said it like 50 times. She was getting annoyed because every time I looked in the mirror, I would come back and be like, did you know I have a mustache? I completely forgot I had a mustache, but I am rocking it. No particular reason, just kind of shaved it. And then thought it looked good, so decided to keep it for a little bit, like a week or so. But Sugar Kitty says Tuesday is the usual TGIT lineup. Greg Metz over on Whiskey Nose. Okay. So Whiskey Nose is on as well tonight. So Sugar Kitty will be bouncing around. But yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and jump right into the game here. It's going to be typical rules. 2 rounds of each, nosing and tasting. 8 questions that I can be asked. Those questions are bourbon or rye, state of distillation, proof plus or minus 5 points, age plus or minus 1 year, mash bill, finished yes or no, price plus or minus $5, and distillery or company. Distillery / company. So 2 questions each round, or 1 question each round, 4 rounds total, 2 nosing, 2 tasting, and then a bottle guessing at the end. In total, we can get 20 points. In total, we can get 20 points. And from 0 to 5 points, if I get under 5 points, it's Malort, which I had to drink last week. Not because I lost, but for different... Not last week. Yeah, no. 2 weeks ago.
Last week was brownies.
Yeah, last week was brownies. That was nice. Nicer than Malort. But 2 weeks ago, we had to drink Malort, and that wasn't very great. But 6 to 10 points, that is a instant review from your guys' choice, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yep, so 6 to 10 points. You guys pick out anything on my shelf. I can either mix stuff together. I can taste random things for you, and I'll just give you an instant 10-second review on what it tastes like. Then 10 or 11 to 15 points is me just pulling out a nicer bottle and drinking it, and then 16 to 20 points is me running a giveaway. So hopefully one of these days we can get up in the high point range, and I can be able to run a giveaway, which maybe tonight will be the night that I
don't know,
get that far. But
some picky ones picked out.
She's basically trying to trick me tonight, is what I'm hearing. She's trying to make me do bad, and she wants me to drink more. I think she hates me, but it is what it is. But another great channel here. Good to have your personal attention. Don't get sucked into that, my lord.
He secretly likes it.
Yeah, no, I don't.
You just said yeah.
I don't like it. No.
Yeah.
No.
Wait, no, I don't like it. I forgot that I have to act like I do.
Okay, well, listen. It's not good. I mean, it's not good. We had given it to one of my friends this weekend, and she just was unfazed by it somehow. I think she was trying to keep it cool, trying to act like she wasn't.
Who did you give it to?
When I was at Zach's doing my car, mate's friend Allie was over, and we gave her Malort. So yeah, I think she was just trying to play it cool, but you know how it is. Hanging AZ's in the house. Hey, Holden and Loren. Hello, Hanging AZ. How are you doing tonight? How's weather down there in sunny Arizona?
It's not sunny.
How's the weather down there in hot Arizona?
It's cold.
You know what? How's the weather down there in Arizona? Yeah. So, Wild Turkey 101.
I thought that was rye.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Wild Turkey 101 rye.
That was in the thing the last time.
Yes, it was. I know. It's been a while since I drank it, but it's really good. It's really sweet. That's my mainstay baseline whiskey before we get the game started tonight. And then once we get the game started, that'll kind of be my determining factor on whether, my proofs are off. I need kind of like a baseline. It's just a good thing to have, I think, especially for knowing what kind of notes are in that whiskey, comparing it to what's in the glasses here. So it's a little bit of an oddball one, though. I doubt that any of these are going to be a really funky rye, but you never can be sure.
As I poured it, I just got heavier handed.
No, I think you're just shorthanded. These are all very full glasses. This number one is very not full. It's pretty shallow. Your head is completely out of shot.
Is that okay?
No, it looked like you didn't have a upper torso. It was like your legs. Only 97 degrees Fahrenheit. We are on a cool down, getting some storms. Yeah, cool down at 97. That's rough. But I think the best thing to do here is just to jump right into this game, which I find very fun. But while I have you guys on, if you guys ever have any ideas for a live stream or any other games that you would want to see us play, apart from the rules I kind of just
Can I come up with a game?
You can.
Like a complicated game.
Oh yeah, you can make a whole game and we can do it. But if you guys ever want anything specific, definitely let me know because I can do it on the streams. I think next week might be a sample week. I can finally bust out Sugar Kitty samples on the channel. That would be nice. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. Holden on Hanging AZ says, I'm going stash only as well, Holden. Bring back the stash. Indeed, man. I don't know what it is. I just shaved it. Maybe it's Top Gun coming out, but I haven't even seen it. I shaved my face into a mustache the other day, and then I just decided to keep it. So it is what it is.
I think you're gonna have to shave it.
Well, you don't like the stash?
At weekend.
Oh yes, I'm gonna have to shave it for pictures, engagement pictures this weekend. Derek Whiting is in the house. Hey, Derek, checking in from the backyard, working the grill. What are you making? Something delicious, I'm sure. He makes very good food, everybody. That is my father-in-law, right? Technically, soon to be.
Yes.
And he's a fantastic cook, usually smoking up something really, really, really good. And sending me amazing pictures of, he made a dessert on the grill the other day, along with a smoked meatloaf, which looked fantastic. Sugar Kitty says, now all I need to do is remember what I sent. It was Old Carter. I'm not sure the batch. Jepson's Bourbon, a pick, and it's in that box right there if you want to grab it. It's Old Carter, Jepson's Bourbon pick, Smoke Wagon Uncut Unfiltered, and then there's a fourth one in there that I'm slipping my mind right now.
High West.
Oh yes, and the High West finished. The really interesting High West double rye finish. So those will all be very interesting, especially that I've never had any of them. So that's cool, and I'm looking forward to getting into that next week, probably. Sugar Kitty says is asking Derek to grill him up some bratwursts.
He said it's foolproof chicken.
Foolproof chicken. Oh, okay. Yeah, so he makes great chicken, especially when he's smoking it, and he there's always so much of it. And being someone who eats relatively healthy, I usually go ham on it because there's a lot of chicken there, and someone's got to eat it. But that being said, I'm gonna bust up the timer and get started on this whiskey game. And Lauren's gonna go ahead and start asking me questions, grabbing her notebook, and filling out these answers. Let me set 30 seconds, not 30 minutes, because that would be quite a long nosing session. Oh, wait, I can't call it nosing.
Yes, you can.
Well,
it's only gross sometimes.
Okay, I'm going to keep calling it nosing, but you know what it is. Okay, so we have glasses A, B, C, and D, 1 through 4. Like I said earlier, 2 nosing rounds, 2 tasting rounds, and then a bottle guessing round at the end. We're going to go all the way A through D 4 times, and then when we're bottle guessing, I'll have 3 minutes to guess the whole thing. And yeah, so Lauren is going to start by asking me the first question. What is my first question for glass A on the nose? State of distillation. That's interesting. It's good.
Is it yummy?
It smells really good. It smells very good. Some cherries in there too. Gosh. I think the obvious answer here would be Kentucky, but yeah, it's going to be obvious answer. I'm going to go with Kentucky on this one. Until I get more MGP whiskeys, it's going to be a lot of Kentucky. I did, like I said last week, I believe I mentioned how I got 2 bottles of the Brothers Bond cask strength, which I believe is still available if you guys are looking to get it. It's a 4 grain cask strength, like 115 proof whiskey or bourbon, straight bourbon whiskey. So it's at least 4 years old. And I've heard from reliable sources, aka Fred Minnick, that it's really, really good bourbon. So, Sugar Kitty says the Old Carter Bourbon Batch 9, the Jepson's Storytime Twins pick. That's amazing MGP juice. I'd never had a barrel strength Jepson's or even just like a store pick Jepson's. I've only ever had like a typical like mainstay Jepson's bourbon, and I got it in Chicago, and I loved it. Like looking back on, I drank it really fast because I used it in a lot of cocktails at the time that I bought it. Looking back, I wish I would have drank it slower because it was really, really good. The High West, that was the one we talked about. Yes, finished in the white wine smoked barrels. Yes, so.
Was his picture always a cat?
Yeah, it was a different kind of cat.
Okay.
It switches. Well, I mean, it was the same cat. It's just different pictures. I mean, It's him.
I know, but
Yeah.
I never noticed that it was.
Yeah,
a cat.
he just has different poses. He probably does some photo shoots or something like that. So yes, it was a different picture of him. But what makes it foolproof? How distant cousins to that trash can chicken? I love me some bourbon in that barbecue sauce. I like bourbon barbecue sauce.
I don't know the answer. I don't know if he's ever made
Derek will have
foolproof
to.
chicken. This is just his regular
It's probably
chicken.
his regular
never
chicken,
mind.
I'm assuming.
Oh yeah, it is just his regular chicken. It's yummy. It's very good.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's
really yummy.
Yeah. It is really good.
Have you had it? I don't think you have.
Oh, it's not the mainstay or the normal stuff that he does.
It's not like a whole chicken. It's
right. It's
like,
just
normally we just do legs, I think.
Oh, okay. I'm sure it is. I love chicken.
He used to always make it with the dill potato wedges on the grill too. It was always the
chicken and
and
potatoes.
the grill and the
How come every single time we live stream, we end up talking about potatoes?
because you have a problem.
We have a problem. You brought it up this time.
Actually, no, I didn't. Okay, technically, he brought it up.
No, I didn't.
You think he's probably making them with it?
No, you're the one who said he usually makes them with potatoes. And then I was thinking, like, potatoes are fantastic. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and get into glass B on the nosing round, first round of the nosing. And I need a question and a timer.
You
Please,
need
Lord.
to answer if it's a bourbon or a rye now.
Bourbon or a rye?
Oh no.
Huh. It's sweet. Yeah, I'm going to have to say it's probably a bourbon.
Are you sure about that?
Don't get in my head, woman.
I'm just asking for your final answer. How do I stop it? Oh no.
You gotta reset it there. Yes, my final answer is gonna be bourbon.
I don't know
You know-
what I'm doing.
Pause and then cancel.
And
Yeah, so that one was interesting. It had some interesting qualities that that could be rye-esque, but I think with the proof behind this one, at least what it felt with the proof on the nose, I don't think I have that high of a rye, that high of a proof rye. That being said, it's very possible that it could be I don't know what it has to be a bourbon. It just seems too sweet and proofy to be anything else. But we are going to move on to glass C right away. Busting through these in the first round here pretty quick. What is my question for glass C? Mash bill. Okay. Huh?
oh, this might have been a bad question for this one.
Whoa.
Well, oh well.
So one of the main things I'm looking for is a bready note that usually tells me there's wheat in it. And I think there is. So I'm going to go ahead and say that this is a wheated bourbon, which is going to be... You
I
forgot
hit
that.
it. Oh.
I
started it again.
No, you got to swipe
I
up.
don't like
I'm
it.
going to say wheated bourbon, so that's going to be corn, wheat, barley. I'm saying it's not a 4-grain. Yeah, wheated bourbon. Corn, wheat, barley. That's the mash bill of that one, I hope. It definitely smells fantastic. Sugar Kitty says there are too many pictures for sugar, so photogenic. I believe that. Dare I say you are quite cute. So, apparently it's getting a little weird for Lauren, but I think she's a dog person. I'm just kidding. I'm a little bit of a dog person too, but Sugar Kitty, I would always make room for you at my house. Cherry wood, that sounds fantastic. Yes, indeed it does.
We can send out barbecue samples. Like you guys send whiskey samples.
Oh yeah, true. Send out barbecue samples instead of whiskey. All right. Last nosing round. Last glass of the first nosing round. My bad, everybody. Lauren, what's my question for this one?
Finished or no? Go.
Oh wow. That literally smells like candy.
Oh wow.
That's like so sweet. Like artificial cherry, like cherry candies. Like that could be Calumet 15. I don't know if it has enough spice on it though. But like that is really cherry-y. It could be finished. I don't know. I'm going with
Oh, I did it again.
I am going with not finished on that one. Which might have been bad. But we're saying not finished. Only because of the really sweet note that came from it was very cherry-y. And out of the finished whiskeys I have,
You can't change.
I'm not changing. I'm just trying to think. I forgot that I consider double barrel products, but I don't think it's a double barrel product. I think that is going to be a higher age stated bottle for sure. So not finished on that one. And that's the end of the first nosing round. Going to kind of jump back into my mainstay whiskey here. Just to kind of confirm all the things that were going on in my head. Yeah,
I don't want to try it.
She doesn't want to try it today. She is drinking milk and Oreos. Well, eating Oreos and drinking milk and Mountain Dew. She's all over the place. I mean, I'm drinking tea and whiskey, lots of whiskey. So there's always that.
To be fair, I only opened this because I want to finish them. I don't like them.
To be fair,
you can stop.
She doesn't like when we do that. Sugar Kitty says, "Cute is such a tough job. Cute is such a tough job."
Are you drunk?
I wish. Cute is such. I wish I was drunk because then I could have an excuse for how illiterate I sound. Cute is such a tough job for a cat, but someone has to do it. Indeed. And that someone is you, Sugar Kitty. And you're doing a great job at it, so keep it up. Bourbon Neophyte, Anthony, what's going on, man? This is where all the magnificent whiskey people hang out. That is entirely true. Everyone here is a magnificent whiskey person. Anthony says, Bourbon Bar, I should be dripping.
Do you need help again?
No, it says dripping, but he meant dropping.
Okay.
I was just making sure I read it right. I should be dropping something off to you this Thursday or Friday. Perfect. And I will be sending yours out probably either tomorrow or Thursday. So for everyone who's not aware, Anthony and I, aka Bourbon Neophyte and I, are going to be doing on each other's live streams. We're going to be doing some flights. I'm sending him some whiskey, bourbon, and he's sending me some scotch, and we're going to be going back and forth and each other's channels during some live streams. So make sure you guys are staying tuned for that. Yeah, that's going to be in the beginning and end of August. So I'll be on his, or I'll be on his.
Want me to tell you the dates?
Yeah, if you want to. He'll be on mine August, the first weekend in August, I think it is.
The 2nd.
August 2nd.
And then next week.
That is next week?
Yeah. Next week Tuesday is August 2nd.
Oh, yes. Okay, so that's not going to be... Sugar Kitty, I'm sorry, that's not going to be your samples. That's going to be me and Anthony's...
And then you're on his the 28th.
And I'm on his the 28th. Perfect. Yes. August 2nd, and I'm on his August 28th. So... Sugar Kitty, I will not be doing your samples on next week. I will be doing scotch with Anthony, which, Anthony, I might call you again sometime this week, and that way we can figure out, I kind of have to figure it out mainly. I'm pretty sure I just have to get a link for you to join in StreamYard. I just haven't done it yet. I'm pretty sure you use StreamYard as well. So I'm going to be playing around with that probably later this week. So I might need your help to do that. But anyway, Sugar Kitty says, Calumet 15 is definitely a cherry bomb. That is entirely true. Damn spell check August 2nd. Yes, sir, it is. All right, so we are on to the second round in the nosing section. And I don't know what she said. Maybe I should cover up her mouth. Hold on one second. Hanging AZ says Anthony loves scotch more than Ron Burgundy. Yes, he is definitely a scotch fanatic, and I have been dabbling into scotches as well, occasionally, which I have been enjoying. I believe a lot of those scotches would be Derek's in the chat. So thanks to him for allowing me to get the opportunity and try those things.
Remember what we were gonna do?
No.
Like the scotch.
You might need to tell me later if it's a secret. If not, you can tell me now.
It's not a secret.
Okay, well, you can tell me what we're gonna do.
The Game of Thrones whiskey and the new show.
Oh yeah. All right, yeah, we'll get to that. We're not announced it yet. We can't be entirely sure that it'll work out, but yeah, I agree. You can just email me once you set up the stream. Okay, that sounds perfect. Sure, he says, depending on the scotch, I might play along. Some of those bottles he has seem a tad familiar. Yes, awesome. And then I will let him have a link. I'm not gonna. I don't think I'm gonna know what I'm drinking when I'm drinking it. I don't think we've actually decided that, but maybe he can have a link that he can post there that has the answers of what I'm drinking, so you guys can know what I'm drinking when I'm drinking it. And then if you wanted to drink along, you could. What I'm gonna do is have them all in a blind so that I can be basically have honest opinions about all of them. So yeah, I think if Anthony could set up if you could set up like a link to something like that, that would work. That way, if Sugar Kitty or anyone else wants to drink along with me, they can do that. Dabble, dabble. I don't dabble in scotch. No, he is 100% professional. All right. Yes. So on to the next round on the nosing. First glass, round 2 of nosing. Lauren, what is my question? And you need to bring the timer back up, my dear. She gave me the look. She was like, "Why did you call me that?" Well, I don't really know.
Okie dokie. Age.
What is the age of this whiskey?
Start.
This one smells young. Not really young, actually, but like definitely close to like the 4-year mark. Although it does have a surprising amount of oak, I would say in here, which isn't a really young presence, but is sweet. I think I'm going 5 years for this one. I would say it's 5 years old, so I get a plus or minus a year on age for that, and I think that'll round out. So if it is like any kind of bottled and bond product, that's a nice 4-year, which is also very typical. Otherwise, 5 and 6 year are pretty common as well. Definitely didn't smell too high age stated, but I could be entirely wrong because that's happened before many times, as you guys are aware. But yeah, so we're gonna go on to glass B.
This one's question is the proof.
What is the proof of this whiskey?
So.
Oh.
Is it proofy?
No, it smells good though. It smells like really nice. Yummy.
Nice.
Not a whole lot of proof. Like, it's not punching me at all.
No punching.
In fact, I would put it around the 100 mark, but it could be closer to the 94 mark. Well, how many points do I get on this? 5? Plus or minus 5, I think.
Yep.
Okay, it's you gotta stop doing that.
Like
Maybe you could use your finger. My guess for this one is going to be 96 proof. That'll keep me between 91 and 101. I think it's a pretty good guess. Did not smell very proofy at all, but I think it's higher than 80 proof because most of my whiskeys on the shelf are. Yeah, you're scratching me. Hagen AZ says you need to acquire a Scottish drinking hat, Anthony. We can work that with a Google Doc if Neophyte has that. It would be easy to put together and put together one, even if doesn't.
Okay, do you need help, honey?
It would be easy to put together one. I think, okay, I don't think this is me, but even if it doesn't exist at the moment, right, I agree. Bourbon Neophyte said MXN Hagen AZ some Long Branch. He won't, it is in Scotch. So it's talks amongst ourselves, so you're going to go ahead and get glass C now on the nose. Second round in the nosing. So what's the question, Lauren?
Price. Go.
Price.
Faster.
Go. Faster. Ooh. These all smell fantastic.
They all smell fantastic.
Mm-hmm. This one seems a little sharper on the nose, though. I don't think it's proof, though.
Are you sure?
No, I'm not. And I get plus or minus how much? 5? Plus or minus $5. I am guessing.
Wait, did I say proof or price?
Said price.
I did say price?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. At least I heard price.
I meant price.
Yeah, okay. Plus or minus $5, and I'm going with $55. I think that could be one of my barrel proofs, one of the like barrel proofs over here, like the Ezra Brooks, or the yeah, I'm not entirely sure. It seems a little sharp, so I don't want to say it's too high price, but it does seem fuller bodied and like a lot of oak and dark and stuff like that. So I think it's got to be higher than a like 80 proof, like $20-$30 whiskey. So that being said, we're moving on to the last glass in the nosing rounds before we go ahead and start drinking these, which is going to be awesome. So, Lauren, what's the last question of the nosing? Distillery / company. Okay. Sugar Kitty or someone, if you guys could ban that person.
That's scary.
Naked HD XYZ is just tearing up the chat with all that naked hotness, apparently. Lots of emojis on this. I don't even... Let's just, yeah. All right, timed out. So, awesome. Well, they're only blocked for 5 minutes, but it is what it is.
I didn't know that was a thing on YouTube.
Yep. You can totally get rid of haters. That's why...
our work phones get, like, strippers. They send us, like, text messages and pictures on our work phones.
Alrighty.
And we're
looks like someone was using their work phone for something they weren't supposed to. But yeah, no, they hop on here. That's why there's moderators, like the wrenches that I gave people, that way they can take care of it while we're busy doing live stream.
Nice.
But
you didn't give me a wrench.
You weren't. I didn't see you on there. Sugar He said they've been active lately. Yes, I agree. This is one of the first ones I've had actually, but I have seen them on other channels, so there's always that. I think Daisy says I'm going to buy Anthony the special edition, the Lost Barrels Long Branch. Well, maybe somebody hid them. LOL. They visited Bourbon Neophyte stream on Sunday. So, yeah, they just are out and about prowling the world for the ruins of souls.
Do you think that they really get people to, like...
I definitely think that some lonely, half-drunk bourbon lover has probably clicked on it.
Sure.
I mean, when you're offered naked woman at the click of a button, a lot of people they click the button.
You click the button?
I've never clicked the button. That's how you get viruses, people. These are clearly scams, obviously. Hey, Daisy says, Naked HD, wasn't that your nickname in college, Sugar? that was funny. That was a good joke. Mods are the best. I'm so thankful for them on my channel. Yeah, I agree. Moderators rock. I can't even remember who all I made moderators on my channel. I probably could make you one, Anthony. I just can't remember.
You had to
I had to go on the YouTube thing.
Yeah.
I can do that later. As of right now, though, we're gonna go ahead and get Glass D on the nose. The question was distillery / company, and timer go. It's just so. I swear to God, this is like one of the most cherry. I literally smells like cherries, like ripe candy like Luden's cough drop cherries. If this isn't 1920 or Calumet Farms 15, then I don't know.
Maybe I bought a whiskey and I slid it in there.
I'm going with whoever makes Calumet Farms. I don't know if I'm allowed to look at it, but is the distillery Calumet Farms for Calumet Farms? Is that the name of the distillery, Calumet Farms? If it is, that's what I'm going with.
So what am I supposed to put for your answer?
Just put Calumet Farms, I guess. I think it's either that or 1920. It's got so much cherries on it. It could also be something that I haven't drank in a while, but like the amount of cherries on that thing is insane. Like super artificial cherries too, which I like. It smells fantastic. It smells like a piece of candy. But we are completely done with the nosing section of this game. We're moving on to the tasting section of the game. And this is when things start to get fun because I get to actually taste the whiskey, and usually my taste can either confirm confirm or screw me over. Sometimes I taste it and I'm like, yep, that's kind of what I was smelling. Other times I taste it and I'm like, that is it's not the same whiskey anymore. So yeah, it's kind of where the interesting stuff comes out, and one of the best parts of the game. So cleansing myself. Go. It tastes phenomenal. Sugar Kitty has an answer for me. It says, Calumet is the name of the brand. It's a company that sources ultimately the products were distilled at Barton. Okay. Barton being Kentucky, I believe. Also, the people who make 1792, that's also Barton.
So do you want me to put Barton?
No, we'll stick with
Calumet Farms is good enough.
Yeah, we'll stick with Calumet Farms. Yeah.
But what if it's 1792 and you...
Well, the only 1792 I have is Foolproof, and that didn't really smell like Foolproof. I thought Foolproof had a little bit more like maple syrup on it. But we finally get to drink whiskey now, and that I am excited for. So, Lauren, we're going to go ahead and grab glass number 1. What is my question for this one?
Same question.
Well, distillery? Okay, distillery / company.
Go. I look kind of creepy.
You look kind of creepy?
Yeah.
Crap. No, you're... Okay. I'm going to go with... Wild Turkey. Oh, Willet. Sorry, I said Willet. I'm going with Willet.
Are you sure?
Okay, I'll stick with Wild Turkey. It's just going to be... I just put down Wild Turkey. There's something very, very cinnamony on there. And it has like a little bit of funk. And it kind of tasted like it was almost turkey funk, but it's been a while. No giving away the answers. That's exciting for me, okay?
I'm not giving any answers away to you.
God, it just tasted so familiar. I just can't place my finger on what it was. It was like, it had a lot of spice on it. That much I know.
It's so much fun to know the answer.
Oh, I bet it is. I bet one of these days you're going to be the one doing this.
I don't know what any of these fuckers taste like. I'm sorry, it's horror.
That's okay. It's just live stream, and I'm not monetized, so there's that.
And if you're under 21, you should be watching.
True. Sugar Kitty says Barton, as in the 1792 brand, yes, but Calumet is correct for the name of the producer. Yes,
cool.
I believe. Also, Barton also makes the Costco brand stuff, or Costco sources from Barton or whatever.
Wow.
I'm not entirely sure how they do that. If Barton ages it and then they just put it in a Costco bottle, or if Costco buys the juice from Barton and has a giant Costco warehouse filled with...
What do you think?
Containers? I don't know. Costco is kind of weird. They just do everything like they threw everyone else and put their name on it, but I don't know how much of the process they have their dirty little fingers in. So
the fingers are dirty?
Oh, big corporate company. You can never be too sure. You know, and the other thing is, guys, like, I always see on Facebook, everyone else's Costco, they always get such good allocated whiskey, and I don't get jack crap at mine. Like the most interesting.
Isn't there Costco in Appleton?
Yeah.
You ever tried that one?
No. The most interesting thing I've ever seen at the Costco that I shop at is Calumet 15, which I already have, so it would be pointless for me to buy. I mean, it was a good price. It was like 109. I think I got mine for 115, so like whatever. But yeah, the other thing is, I thought allocation works as the more bottles you buy from that company, the more bottles they'll give you on an allocated whiskey. Kind of like the more bottles of Wheatley vodka a company sells, the more bottles of Buffalo Trace a company can get, because Wheatley vodka is a Buffalo Trace product, that kind of thing. So how does Costco manage to get these like Russell's 13 and Calumet Farms 15 when they don't sell any of like that brand's product? Like the only thing my Costco has is like Elijah Craig, New Riff, Jefferson's Ocean, and like Kirkland brand stuff, or Maker's Mark, Woodford Reserve, stuff like that. But like I don't know, they always have like these high allocated whiskeys, and they don't sell that company's whiskey, like mainstay whiskey. So I always get quite confused on how that allocation game works through Costco. Sugar Kitty says, I can't imagine Costco actually having some kind of bottling plants. What the heck? I'm blocking them. Did it work?
Are you tired of being alone?
I'm
They'll help you.
Everyone, they're gonna help you if it's alone. Anyway, they have contracts with others to do all the work. They just want to be the warehouse. At first. Yes, indeed.
Look, he can swear when I do it.
Why? Oh, was there 2 accounts? I don't know.
This one's Naked HD.
Yeah.
Isn't the other one something else?
I don't even know. Sugar Kitty's swatting them down though. Hanging AZ says Sugar Kitty is just a master fly swatter. It's kind of like the game with the hedgehogs. You know what I mean?
No.
Was it hedgehogs? It was like the whack-a-mole. They were moles, not hedgehogs. Whatever. You know, like whack-a-mole. Anyway, apparently Lauren's too young for that. What?
You look really funny doing that.
Jeez. Okay. We're moving on to glass 2. In the first round of tasting, what is my question, Lauren? Age. Go. Ooh.
Should I sing a song?
If you would like to sing a song.
Okay. I tried to fit it in all the way.
How much did I get? Plus or minus 1 year?
Mm-hmm.
We're going to go with 11 years old.
This one might also be a bad one for that question. I think.
Is it non-age dated? It's okay. We can find the...
What did you say?
Said 11 years. So plus or minus 1 will put me at 12, which is ECBPs. Also puts me at 10, which is... Yeah, I don't know. Some things are 10. Eagle Rare is 10. It's not Eagle Rare. I thought maybe it could be a Booker's, but... I don't know. I guess we'll see when time comes. I guess an 8-year guess would have been pretty good as well, but...
I'm too lazy to open up the Booker's can boxes and put them in here, just so you know.
I love Booker's. I am totally coming out with a video very soon about Booker's in a blind fight versus Elijah Craig barrel proofs.
A blind fight? It's
going to be Booker's versus ECBP, and then ECBP versus Larceny, and then the winner of those two are going to go... Like, I'm assuming... I personally think I like Booker's better than ECBPs. At least the ones I have. Personally. Everyone has their preference, but personally I feel that way. I also feel the same way about Larceny barrel proof. I think Larceny barrel proof, the two that I have, are better than my Elijah Craig barrel proofs. So I'm going to put those all in groups against each other. And then I'm going to take the winners, which is hopefully Larceny barrel proof and...
This is the chicken, everyone.
Oh, wow. That does look fantastic. Yeah, so basically, it's going to be Booker's versus ECBP, Booker's versus Larceny Barrel Proof, and Larceny Barrel Proof versus ECBP, and 3 videos doing blinds 2v2 of my favorite bottles of each. And yeah, so we're going to see which ones I like better. Sugar Kitty says, if you say 9, you get the 8 and ups up to the 10s. That's a fairly good test. Yeah, you're right. I should have said 9. 11 was kind of a poor guess, but it is what it is. What's done is done, and now we have to move on to glass numero 3.
And that one is it a bourbon or a
Is it a burp? Wasn't it the same question you had on the nose of this one?
Mm-mm.
Oh, was that this one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, is it a bourbon or a rye? On
Go.
the palate. Go. Okay. You know, not sure what it would be, but I think I got a hint of like a rye note in there, so I'm gonna go with rye. You know, you making the faces doesn't make this any easier for me.
I'm sorry. I just expect you to know these things.
There's a specific note in it. It was like florally. It was a very herbaceous. It was Tipsy Whiskey or Shenanigans herbaceous. It was just like a very herbaceous note that I got in the back end of this one on the finish, and a little bit on the nose when I was like smelling it while I was drinking it. That made me think rye. Now, seems too high of proof for any of the ryes I have. What I could be thinking is maybe it could be my Remus Repeal that has a very high rye mash bill. Otherwise, it could just be a different whiskey with a very high rye mash bill. But I definitely think it's got too much age and proof to be one of my other ryes. But you know, it's been a long time since I've drank all my ryes, so I just. You know what? I'm gonna say this: it's either a rye or it's a bourbon that typically has rye notes. And if it's neither, then I'm gonna be, you know, a little bit upset with myself. But hey, it's not like I've done amazing on all these games so far. So I guess there's not really a standard that I need to set my sights to. Anyway,
Let's get 7 this time around.
we're gonna go ahead and get 7 points this time around. That being said,
this question is the proof.
This question is a proof. What is the proof of this whiskey? And oh, I'm going.
You're going.
Okay.
Hurry up, faster.
I'm guessing. Oh man, I'm gonna cry if this isn't Calumet. I'm just. 100. I get 5 points, right?
Mm-hmm.
110 proof.
Okay.
Yep, 110 proof. Calumet Farms is 105, I believe. Yep, 105. But Wild Turkey Rare Breed is 114. That also is a very cherry and oak forward whiskey. So I don't know if it's quite that much cherry. I don't remember it being quite that much cherry, but I'm gonna keep it in the thing. What are you doing down there? Yeah, all they can see on the screen is you just disappear for half a second and then just pop back up like peekaboo. But
oh yeah, you really can't see.
no, yeah, like you're invisible.
No.
Anyway, Sugar Kitty says, "Can that chicken be sent via USB port?" I wish, because then I'd be eating it right now and pairing it with this whiskey. But unfortunately,
He lives 3 minutes away. He's just too lazy to drive over.
Yeah, delivery only, and it's a hike. But just give it like 3 or 4 days, Sugar Kitty. It'll be over. It'll be over to you. Sugar Kitty says, which Remus? I have the Repeal Reserve 5. It's a very high rye. I mean, like, obviously, it's an MGP, high rye, high age stated. I don't think it had the leather funk in it that I would get from Remus. It's been a while since I've actually had Remus. So I'm not entirely leaning that way. I just really thought I smelled like some kind of rye forward note on that one. Yeah. I should definitely get some more rye bottles though, because it would make this game have a little bit more. I feel like we've almost done most of the rye bottles now. I mean, we've done Turkey 101. We've done Elijah Craig rye. And then all I have is.
I think we did the malted one.
And we did. Are you sure?
Yeah, I think so.
Apparently, we did the malted, Newark malted. But also, does anyone know? This is a question I had. Does anybody else know? Is the Newark malted rye, are those different per release? Because I know that mine says bottled in fall 2015 and released or barreled in. Hold on, let me get this. It says distilled in fall 2015 and bottled in spring of 2022, and it's a 6-year age statement. And I know they do 2 releases a year, but do you guys know if that's any different? Like, should I be buying other batches of New Riff malted rye and comparing it with this New Riff malted rye, or are they all kind of just the same and the batches are more of a limited release type batch, kind of like I don't know, like it's a mainstay whiskey, but they only release it twice a year type of deal. If you guys have the answer to that, that would be interesting, because I love New Riff malted rye. I think it's fantastic, and I have seen other variations of it, from like the other seasons. They release them spring and fall. So I guess it would be interesting to see if they were any different. That being said, that was Glass D, right? That I just did. All right, so we're going ahead and moving on to Glass A. Last round before we get on to the bottle glass round. Sugar Kitty says, Repeal 5, a combination of both lower rye and higher rye mash bills. The total effect should be in between. Yes, I agree. I wasn't a huge fan, I don't think, of the Repeal 5. I remember liking it, but not as much as a lot of other people on the YouTubes. I feel like it was a really sought after one, and I didn't quite get the hype behind it all. But yeah, the malted and Balboa, I think, were quite limited. So I agree. I've only seen them once or twice, and the first time I saw them, I bought them. So there's that. I don't know. I like them both. I think they're both fantastic. I like the malted better than the Balboa, but the Balboa is still good. I don't know. It'd be interesting to see if they were different, but I'm not gonna go and buy them when I have other bottles I need to buy. So that's the struggles of being a broke kid, just like everyone else who is in the whiskey game trying to decide what they're gonna spend their precious hard-earned money on. So if I could buy every bottle, I would buy every bottle. Trust me. That being said, first question of round 4, last question of the typical nosing tasting rounds before we get into the bottle guessing round. So Glass A, last question. What is my question?
Is it finished?
Is it finished? Go.
I feel like so confused.
Is this a rye? Yes.
Okie dokie. Next question.
Wait, okay. I almost went back to smelling it. But yeah, okay. I kind of am already done, but I'm gonna wait till the bottle guessing round. I think I have a guess on what that is. Don't quote me, but it could be my new riff or my High West finished double barrel or double rye. Not sure though. It just there's something in it. It tasted like a rye. I don't know. It kind of got me there. But yeah, Derek says I've seen a Penelope single barrel, aged smoked today. Interesting. Where was that at? Correction, toasted series. Oh yes, yes. Yes, single barrel toasted. Those are very good. Honestly, a lot of people love the Penelope. I have Penelope Architect. The only reason I don't have the rest of the Penelopes is because, like I said, pick and choose what I'm spending money on. But I've heard very good things about all Penelope products, including toasted. I've heard that the toasted is amazing, especially I think they have like a 4-grain toasted mash bill that's like uh, insane. So I'm sure that's fantastic. Bourbon Neophyte says I have a wife that brings me home bottles of bourbon and scotch all the time. She just got me 6 bottles of whiskey. Wow, you are definitely a lucky man. My fiance brings me
You
whiskey.
don't know
It's
what
just
I got you for your birthday. He doesn't know what I got for his birthday.
is it whiskey?
You'll find out in a couple days.
Okay, well, long story short, she does buy me some stuff. I mean, we usually figure out who pays what, and then I usually end up paying since it is my whiskey. But she will pick it up for me, which is always great, especially if I don't have the time to go there. Like all this week, well, not all this week, but like this week and last week, I had her stopping at Woodman's in the southern parts of the state a couple times, looking for that Russell's 13. It's been popping up all over Wisconsin, and I have been hunting. And I mean hunting. I've been to last week. I went to Woodman's every single day, and so far this week I've been to Woodman's every single day and looking for that Russell's 13. When it drops in Green Bay, I want a bottle. That's just basically where I'm going with it. So Sugar says, I was about to ask if you meant toasted. Mixed opinions on that bottle all around. Yeah,
Is it marshmallowy?
a lot of toasted ones are. I'm not sure. I'm not sure because if it's a single barrel, then that would probably be the Wisconsin single barrel, and I know that each state has their. I'm pretty sure the way they did it is a lot of states have like their own pick. I'm not exactly sure how they do it, or if maybe it was just a Wisconsin group that picked it and called it the Wisconsin Select or however that works. But I know like a year ago there was a first Wisconsin toasted barrel Penelope blend, and then that I didn't buy one. But then I heard that they were coming out with another Wisconsin select single barrel Penelope. So I guess we'll see if that one's good. Maybe we'll get our hands on it someday. Not entirely sure. I would love to have a couple more toasted whiskeys, but I think I really want to get a 1910 to be my next toasted barrel. I have Elijah Craig toasted and Woodford double oaked, so I have a few toasteds, but I would like to expand on that area. Sugar says almost all Penelope is 4-grain by mixing MGP bourbon with MGP wheated. There might be some they don't, but it might even be all they mix. Yeah, and honestly, I love 4-grains, so it kind of falls right down my palate. Yeah, I think you can't really go wrong with 4-grains, although it is a unique palate and unique nose that not everyone loves. A lot of people do, but not everyone. And so, yeah, I think 4-grains is great, but that's just my opinion. All right, we're on glass 2, right?
Yeah.
Glass 2, last question of the tasting rounds. What is my question for this one? Price. Okay, I can do that. Go. Spicy. It's a good kind of spice, though. I am going with $85 for that one. It tasted full-bodied. It was good. I mean, it was good. It was really good, actually. It's more expensive. If that's cheaper than $60, I better go buy back. If that was cheaper than $60, I better go back and buy another bottle because I mean that was good. I think 80 or 90 is a pretty good price for this. I think it could even be in the $100 mark. Not entirely sure though because I don't really have. It's hard to say entirely based on my collection and what I have and knowing how much I paid for all these bottles. Hard to justify saying it was $100 when it very well could not be. Sugar Kitty says, Penelope Toasted seems to be a little less marshmallow than others, but still very sweet. Yeah, so. Yeah. You really like your marshmallow tastes, don't you?
That's why I like you.
All right, you guys. Does everyone hear that verbal abuse that I get over here? Apparently, I'm just a big soft marshmallow. All those days going to the gym, including today, all for nothing because I take the shirt off and I'm full-fledged Michelin man. But
I didn't say that.
Okay, well, now that my spirit's crushed, I better drown my sorrows on the rest of this whiskey. Am I in a glass 2 or 3 or 4? 3. Gosh, the frickin' marshmallow man.
I never called you marshmallow man.
She just said I looked like a marshmallow.
No, I said I like marshmallows. That's why I like you.
Yeah.
Never once I say you.
Well, you basically called me a marshmallow.
Maybe that just means you're sweet and fluffy.
Sweet and fluffy. Or it means I look like the Michelin man. But you know what? I'm just going to let you guys decide what it was. Sugar Kitty says Elijah Craig Toasted Barrel. Huh? I'm not doing the truffle shuffle. You know, there was a while back I had abs and I couldn't do the truffle shuffle, but now I've got a slight layer of fat over the abs. They're still there if I don't eat all day and I flex very hard. You can definitely see 1, 2, and then a little bit of 3 and 4. But like other than that, I've never had a 6-pack. I've only ever had 4 of them. So we're working our way back down there though this summer, slowly but surely getting to that.
The summer's almost over.
Coveted 6-pack. Well, you know what? By Halloween, I'm going to look like a Greek god, just in case the Halloween costume demands it. And then over the course of the winter, I'm definitely going to keep that in shape that I want. Bourbon Neophyte says, did I hear EC Toasted Barrel? I was just getting ready to eat dinner and could hear Toasted Barrel. Yes, you did hear it. We were just talking about Toasted Barrels and Penelope Toasted Barrels and marshmallowy tasting whiskeys, and Elijah Craig Toasted Barrel was brought up, which you guys honestly can't even see. I'm not going to try to fix the camera because I don't want to tip it over. But I do have, it's right here, Elijah Craig Toasted Barrel. Very good whiskey. I was drinking it 2 weeks ago on a live stream, but I love that stuff. I can't believe, honestly, I can't believe I found a bottle at retail, but yeah, it's pretty great. That being said, what is my question for glass number 3 on the palate? Yep. State?
Go.
What is the state of distillation? Oh, that's going to be a hard one.
Oh, this is a bad question for this one.
Why?
Wait, hold on. No, it's not. I was thinking about a different one.
I'm going to say Indiana. I think there could be some MGP.
Okie dokie, last one.
I keep forgetting to look for a leathery note because leathery would tell me if it was Remus or not. But I'm saying MGP. All right, last one. One last palate cleanse. Then I'll get glass D on the note.
Ending with mash bill.
Ending with mash bill, which I think this is going to be a pretty easy one for this glass. And the way she said on the last question, I think I have a bottle guess for something else, but that's why you can never tell me.
What?
Something tells me that this one could be Bardstown Discovery.
Why?
because when I was talking about when you was talking about state of distillation, you said, "Oh, that might be a bad question for this one." And Bardstown Discovery is from multiple different states. So
Except that Bardstown Discovery could be any of them or none of them. And
well, I know, but what I'm saying
is, so which one would it be?
I know, but what I'm saying is when I was
you have
drinking,
to get it right.
no, I know, but when I was drinking this one, I kind of like was getting the like Bardstown Discovery vibe. I was gonna say it before, but I feel like so far every single week that I've done a live stream with this game, I have said Bardstown Discovery for one of them, and I've been wrong each time. So
Isn't
I'm
that
kind
the
of
one you
scarred
thought
by
was
that.
a rye?
Huh?
That's one you thought was a rye.
No, I thought this one was right.
Oh,
I thought
I don't know what's going on.
maybe. I know what I don't even know. But we're doing the last question, and this one is you just said it.
Mash bill.
Mash bill.
Go.
Should be easy. I hope. Yeah, this is just good.
Yummy.
It's sweet.
Yummy.
So cherry.
Yummy.
Mm.
Yummy.
Caramel and cinnamony. Ah, so good. That is a bourbon. Corn, rye, barley. I hope. Yeah. Definitely guessing corn, rye, barley. That ECTB for sure. That is ECTB. Sugar says new channel, the Greek God Bar. Yeah, no kidding. I'll do.
Decorate. You'd have to get a new shirt.
When I get the bar up, I'll do all my reviews shirtless.
We could change it for Halloween.
Yeah.
Could just be,
you can just wear like a bikini, and I'll wear no shirt.
Why are you trying to get me naked on the internet? I'm gonna be one of those girls you're gonna find on that website.
Clickbait. No, but in all seriousness, when we have the bar up,
my dad
we can do a Halloween special. You know, it's Bourbon Night always does a Halloween special where they dress up in their costumes and they do like a Halloween game. I think that's awesome.
Make Halloween bourbon drinks.
We could do a cocktail. We could do a cocktail episode for the episode, and then we can do a bourbon game Halloween themed live stream, and we can do it at behind the bar right there for whatever our costumes are. That's a good idea. That's gonna be fun. I'm excited for that. Derek says, "Not if you keep coming over for smoked and grilled meals." You're entirely correct. Yeah, that is definitely hindering the process. But, you know, we get there. Bourbon Neophyte says, going to eat some dinner. Cheers, y'all. All right, man. Adios. Enjoy your dinner. Yeah, I'll probably talk to you soon. So if not between now and next week, then I'll talk to you next Tuesday.
We want to be Hercules and Meg.
Yeah, Zeus and Athena. That's a good one. We do want to be
a cheater.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw the new Thor movie yet, but like Zeus in the Thor movie was not cool, but Hercules very cool, and we could be Hercules and Meg. That's kind of what we were thinking about doing last year. Then like the party plans got changed, and like the theme of the party we went to got changed, so we ended up going as Bonnie and Clyde. That was a very cool one. All right, it is time for the bottle guessing round. I'm gonna need a pencil or a pen and a piece of paper. And this is going to be 3 minutes. I didn't need that big of a piece of paper. I just needed 4 lines. Okay. Well, I'm just going to rip it up so we can use it in the future. We're saving the planet one piece of paper at a time, everybody. But we're going to have 3 minutes on the clock here. I'm going to go through, and I'm going to guess which whiskey is what from, hold on, don't start yet, from A to D. And I think today went better than normal. Of course, I always think that, and I'm always wrong, and I always do incredibly bad. But I hope you guys are excited to find out what these are, because I really am. I think this might have been the best one yet. I always think that, though. So you guys are just gonna have to wait and find out. And also, if you guys haven't hit the like button yet, what are you doing? Go hit the like button, please. It helps me out a lot. And also subscribe to the channel, because you know, if you're here and you're not subscribed already, that's an issue that should be fixed. Also, Wrist Mafia coupon code Bourbon Bar for 30% off your first month subscription. If you guys are into wristwatches, go check them out. Just had to throw that in there. All right, we can do the tasting round. 3 minutes on the clock. You have it set there, and go. That one. I hope that's right. Don't even say anything. Okay. This one is so familiar. That one's so familiar. God, what could it be? This one's sweet, though. This is the one I thought smelled like Bardstown. Okay, interesting. That was B. So I have B and D guessed already, and now I'm between A and C. Something about C, I'm not sure. I'm looking for a leathery note now. I want to get leather and caramel, a little bit of tobacco, and that would be a Remus. But I don't know. It's got funk. And that's what I thought was that rye earlier tonight. Yeah, so I'm that's difficult. I think A and C are difficult for sure. I'm just gonna go ahead and ooh, you know what else this could be? Oh, it's been so long since I've had this one. It could be Ezra Brooks, but we're gonna go. Shit. All right. Glass Ace, 15 seconds. It's easy. It's really easy. All right. I have them. Sorry if that clipped your mic. That clap. I just got excited there for a second. I really. Oh. Nope, that wasn't the guess. But you know what? I wrote it down, so that's what I'm gonna have to go with. All right. It is time to go through all of these and let you guys know which ones are which, how I scored, and yeah, I'm excited to find out what this is. I hope you guys are too.
Ready?
Yeah. All right, so for glass A, I jumped back and forth between thinking it was some kind of turkey product. It had some spice on it, but it also had like a funky sweetness to it as well. And I ultimately guessed Elijah Craig small batch. And it was, what was it?
What was your guess that you decided to change to when you smelled it?
Huh?
After you wrote it, you had another guess.
No, I didn't have another guess. I just didn't think it was ECVP after it. All right.
If you change, what do you think it would be?
I don't know. It's definitely, it's low proof. It's got some sweetness to it, but it's just, I don't know. What is it? Is it Wild Turkey 101? All right, good. Because if it was, I would be pissed.
It's even worse.
Even worse.
Yeah, that you couldn't get it when we were talking about it literally like 2 seconds ago.
What is it?
Electric Craig Toasted Barrel.
Oh my god! What the heck? Are you serious? Oh, I didn't even think. Oh, I didn't even think about that bottle. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! And I was talking about how familiar it tasted, and it's like, obviously it tastes familiar. I just drank it not that long ago. You know what? Elijah Craig Small Batch doesn't seem like such a bad guess now.
Just that.
I think it was it has that like oakiness and that sweet that sweetness in it that just is like very Heaven Hill-esque, but I think that funk that comes from the toasted barrel really helps it along, and that's what that's the difference there. So
okay, well you said it was wild turkey, so
I said it was wild turkey. That was
big
wrong.
No,
Yeah.
you said it was finished, but that's a yes.
I said it was finished, and that's a yes because a double barrel product is, and Kentucky it is, I believe.
And you said it was 5 years. Is that true? I don't know.
This is distilled in Bardstown, Kentucky, and I don't believe that it has an official age statement, but we're gonna look it up right quick. And if you guys know an age statement or a rough age statement of Elijah Craig Toasted Barrel, that would be great. Otherwise, I can find it in 2 seconds, hopefully. Elijah Craig Toasted age. Sugar Kitty says, gotcha, there's a funk, and EC has a bunch of spice, 94 proof, couldn't be an ECBP at that kind of proof. All makes sense when you know. Yeah, I agree. I thought the Heaven Hill esque was there. I completely forgot that Toasted Barrel is only 94 proof, so I was thinking like low proof, familiar, definitely has got to be a mainstay whiskey that I drink a lot. I totally forgot about the Elijah Craig Toasted, but says here non-age stated on this website. So if we can't find an age statement for this, we might just have to. Okay, so non-age stated, but approximately 10 to 12 years plus finish time in the second barrel. So
you're wrong.
I was wrong. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure how true that is, but I think, yeah.
Okay.
So
the next one.
Next on the list, I guessed. So this is B on the list. I guessed Bardstown Discovery Series 7, and it was.
6.
Dang it! Oh my god, are you serious? Bardstown Discovery Series 6. Oh, I was going back and forth, and I was just like, I was trying to remember all the differences between 6 and 7, and like I remember 7 having a little bit more donuts, but then again, I had 7 this weekend. I just had like one sip of it with Matt, and it was a lot more drying than I remembered, and a lot more drying than 6. And 6 is actually my favorite. So when we were talking about the price, and I said, "But what did I say this was $90 or $80?"
You said it was an 85, but then you were like, "Oh, but it could be like 100."
Yeah, because I would have paid, like I said, I would have paid that, and I did. I paid like 115, I think, or 120 for Disco 6. What is up with all the naked women on my Sugar Kitty? Are you seeing this? What the heck's going on? Lots of naked HD XYZ, whatever. I might help you on the other side, but yeah, pull it down from there. So this is going to be a special one. It's got all the information on the sides. I love this bottle. It's one of my favorite in the bar, and yeah, I said Bardstown Disco 7. This was Bardstown Disco 6. This is 68% Kentucky, 11 year, 16% Tennessee, 17 year, and 16% Indiana, 7 year. So
okay, so you said it was 11 years. So since one of them was 11 years, do we give you that?
No, we'll do the averages. Well, technically 68% of it was an 11 year. But we're gonna go.
What was the proof on it?
The proof is 111.1.
Yeah.
What did I?
96.
I said 96. Really?
Mhm.
It drinks. Oh, well, okay, I guess. So we're doing 11 plus 17 plus 7 divided by 3. Oh, that wasn't right. 11 plus 17 plus 7. 35 divided by 3 equals 11.6. So, yeah, 11 years is the average. Plus 68% of it was an 11 year, so it was very much 11 years. So I got a point for the age statement of it. And I said that it was, what did I say?
Bourbon.
I said that it was a bourbon, which it is.
And $96 for $85.
And I said $85, which it is not.
Okie dokie. Next one. Don't look at the answers.
Oh, I couldn't read it. I was looking for the Bardstown stuff. Okay, next on the list, Glass C. I guessed Remus Repeal Reserve 5. And the correct answer was
Larceny C922.
Larceny C921. Oh, man. I knew something was going on there. So, Larceny C921, a bottle that I thoroughly enjoy. In fact, one of the bottles that, like I said, I thought was better than Elijah Craig Barrel Proofs. Wow, I'm surprised. You know, there's a molasses note, like a root beer and molasses note on this whiskey that I usually get, that I didn't get this time, at least not in the heat of the moment.
You said it was wheat, corn, barley?
Wheat, corn, barley, or, well, yeah,
Right.
corn, wheat, barley, which, yes, this is a wheated bourbon, so the mash bill is corn, wheat, barley.
You said it was $55?
Said it was $55, which I believe I paid $60 for it. Oh, crap. Wait, do we do what the bottle is, MSRP, or do we do what I paid for it?
What you pay for it.
Are you sure? We should switch that. I think we're going to switch that. Because, I mean, only in this scenario, like, when it's something like Calumet Farms, like, yeah, it varies between 105 and 115. But for this one, I paid $100 for this. But MSRP, which is also what I paid for this one, is only 60.
So
55
you
would
got
be,
that right?
Yeah, because this is a $55, $60 bottle. It is not from Indiana. It is from Heaven Hill, which is Bardstown, Kentucky, by Fitzgerald Distillery.
Okie dokie.
So Larceny C921, one of my favorites, actually, on the shelf. Wow, she really put up a solid line. I mean, a solid lineup today. One of the first things I noticed when I got in here is how dark they all were. But, like, these are 3 whiskeys that I would drink. I mean, like, this is $120. This I paid $100 for and don't regret it. This I only paid $70 for, but let's be honest, people will sell it to you for $130. So, like, a lot of good whiskeys on here. And if that's not Calumet 15, I'm going to cry. But what are my points looking like on this?
Give me all your points at the end.
Okay. I guess I can see a little bit of root beer in there. I just missed it the first time. Sugar Kitty says, yeah, I get it as soon as I see it, but YouTube is slow to enforce the deletion. Yeah, that's okay. I'm pretty quick with it too otherwise. And I have my mouse right here. Sugar Kitty says, fooled by a weeder. Indeed I was. Anyone would be happy to have that as a flight. Yeah, no kidding. I mean, these are hitters, like straight up hitters. So I'm enjoying myself over here. Last but not least is Glass D. Glass D had a lot of cherry and a lot of oak spice. And I guessed that it was Calumet Farms 15 year. And the correct answer was Calumet Farms 15? Calumet Farms 15 year. Was it really?
Yes.
Oh, that has, the entire time that I've done this game, that was the most obvious. Like, I smelt it, and I have never smelt more. Smell best. Like, That smells so much like medicinal cherry, delicious, like ripe cherry candy. Do you get cherries in that? Like
Ripe cherry candy are just words that don't mix together in my head.
well, like a very very potent cherry candy, like very potent. But like, oh, this is gonna bump up my points so well. Oh, this is good whiskey too. I love this stuff. I would buy this every single time. Like if I ran out of this bottle, I would 100% buy another one. It's so good. Okay.
Is this finished?
No.
And then it's corn, rye, and barley, or no?
Yes.
Okay, you got all the points on that one.
So I got all 4 points on this one. Let's go over it for
5
everyone.
points.
So bottle guess, I said Calumet 15. It is. So I got a point for that.
105 proof. You said
105 proof. I said 110, but the only reason I said 110 was hedging it for another bottle just in case. But I only said 110 because I knew it was 105. So I got a point for that one.
And then it was Calumet Farms.
And then I guess the distillery was Calumet Farms, and it was. So
guess how many points you got?
how many points did I get? Was it around 8 or 9 or 8, 9, 10, 11? Wow, 11 point. Okay, well this is a really really bad situation for me because 11 points would be 11 to 15, which is where I would pull down a fantastic bottle and drink it just as a small reward for doing so good on this game. Unfortunately, and also fortunately, I've had 4 really good bottles taken down that I've been drinking on this game, and I don't quite feel the need to pull down another one. I think these 4 are awesome. That being said, if you guys have any idea what I should do as kind of a semi-reward, or if you guys want me to maybe, I don't know, if you guys have any ideas on what you want me to do, I will do something. I can give you guys a mini review. Otherwise, I can pull down. I don't know what I can pull down. I just like these are 4 very very solid. I think like if I were to pull down one of them, it would have been one of these 4. So hey, Loren, no. Nobody liked that. Everyone ignored Loren. She's kidding. I'm gonna block her. I'm gonna put her on timeout. Sugar Kitty liked that idea. Cella cherries or Cella cherries. Not sure what Cella cherries are, but sound fantastic. I think that's about where I'm gonna cut it off. 11 points. That is the best I've done on one of these. I feel like I've earned it. I feel like I did pretty good. I definitely this reconfirms my whiskey drinking. Like the fact that I could pick that out, that's just like maybe it was easy, but it was. I haven't actually drank this bottle in a while, so it's pretty impressive that I got that, and I like that. Bardstown Disco 6, literally one of my favorite. It's in the top 3 for favorite bottles on the shelf. So, Sugar Kitty says, "You time her out, and I will unblock her." You're good. You're good, cat. Good cat. Stella cherries are the chocolate covered ones. Oh, yes.
They're called cordials.
Well, cherry cordials, Stella cherries. I don't know. Maybe called something different where he's from, but yes, cherry cordial. I think is also
a candy though.
Okay, yeah, it is candy.
I've never had one. I like them.
Yeah, so I think that's it. I
think you gotta take a shot of something.
I gotta take a shot of something. Apparently, I'm gonna waste all my hard-earned calories on drinking alcohol. Maybe not a shot of something, but maybe we can do.
How do we open the door?
You gotta pull harder. It's kind of warped because this room is a weird temperature.
This one.
Oh, okay, I can do that. All right, looks like we're doing a small dram of Knob Creek smoked maple, which those of you who don't know is a flavored whiskey from Knob Creek. Sugar Kitty says it's a specific brand of cordial cherries. Or that's a specific brand of cordial cherries.
I see.
Okay, interesting. I need a little glass for this. And you know what? I might as well put it in the EC toasted glass. That is good. Okay, so Knob Creek Smoked Maple 90 proof whiskey. Yeah, it's smoked maple flavored, so it's a flavored whiskey. Everyone loves a good flavored whiskey. That's a lie. Most people hate a good flavored whiskey, but oh, it smells so sweet. Like sickly sweet. Oops.
And there's like nothing in the glass.
Well, I'm trying to diet. Also, if you guys are interested in a flavored old fashioned, this goes so well in making old fashions. It's so sweet and so good. And I'm pretty sure it's got 150 calories per ounce, so that's something. But anyway, smoked maple, really sweet actually. I haven't really came back to this since I've gotten to actual whiskey, because obviously a lot of people like to start off with the flavored stuff to kind of ease their way into the whiskey world. But this is very, very potently sweet and very, very. Hanging Easy is back, and he said, "Who won the game? Yay, Loren." Hanging Easy, if you weren't here, basically this is how it went down. Glass A was Elijah Craig toasted, and I guessed Elijah Craig small batch. So I was close. Glass B, I guessed Bardstown Discovery 7, and it was Bardstown Discovery 6. R.I.P. to me, because talk about an epic failure on how close that one was.
And to makes you feel better, I was gonna put all your Elijah Craig barrel proofs and then one larceny, but I thought that would be too hard.
Oh, really? That would have been funny though. Glass C, I guessed Remus Repeal Reserve 5, which was completely off because it was a larceny barrel proof. But I did get a point because I did say it was weeded. So I guess the mash bill correct. And then Glass D, the one that I consistently said was Calumet 15, ended up being Calumet 15. And so I picked that one out pretty good. And long story short, I got 11 points. So I'm kind of just drinking, let's say reward for whatever. Just kind of drinking whatever I want as the last drink on the night. Yes, Sugar Kitty says I was full on with Calumet 15, so it was a high score. Indeed. 11 points, highest I've ever gotten. And yeah, I'll take that any day of the week. So this is sweet, mapley. I can get a slightly smoked flavor. It's definitely not a peated scotch, but
what if I did put all of the same whiskey and you
guessed
different ones?
That is sweet. I mean, wow. That tastes like candy. Here, you can try that. Anyway, what'd you say?
I said, well, you have to look at the thingy. No, not that one.
Sorry.
No, not yeah.
I secretly paid Loren to replace all samples with Long Branch. Yes, indeed. Yeah, that would,
And then I said, what if I put them all as the same one? What if I put all of them and then I just put a different amount of water in each one so it seemed a little different?
Oh, you could do that.
And then you were like, oh my gosh,
that would be crazy.
And this is this the whole time.
You'd have to go with a barrel proof, but yeah, no, that would be. I mean,
I have all these ideas to screw with. See,
all right.
Normally what
Don't
I
do it anytime soon, but you can definitely.
Normally, what I do is I pick all the ones that you never ever drank because you would never get them because you never drink them.
Yeah, I know.
And then
I've noticed.
I just felt like I was going to be mean to you today.
I was gonna say because a lot of the ones she picks, I haven't drank in forever, so I never know. Did you try this?
No, I smelled it.
No, just try a taste of it. It tastes way different. Just a little sip of it. It's very sweet, very, very sweet.
It smells like celery.
What? Celery? Ew. I don't get celery.
I just put brown colored water.
April Fool's Dream, LOL. All jokes aside, sounds like you did well. I did. I am proud of myself. Sugar Kitty said April Fools. None of them are whiskey.
It's just brown water.
It's all tequila.
Get some gross water.
You know, if you wanted to buy me tequila without me knowing and then replace some of it,
Where would I keep the tequila for you not to figure out?
just buy it on the day that. But
You
first of
act
all,
like
I
just
don't.
go to Woodman's
I don't.
like you do.
No, first of all, I don't look down there. Second of all, I meant like an añejo from like Reggie or something, or from the wine cellar. They have a couple good añejos.
That we don't need. I don't need to be that drunk.
Well, you only need like one bottle, and then you can do a bottle of rum. I have a bottle of plantation rum back there that you could swap in. You could literally do a bottle of tequila,
How hilarious
rum,
would it be?
cognac,
And he's out here guessing bourbon
and scotch.
We're just all laughing.
No, I mean those are so. For anyone who's had it, those are so significantly different.
Yes, but you wouldn't know, so you'd be like,
Oh,
"What the hell
I would
am I
know.
drinking?" No,
I would know.
then you are thinking that these are bourbons.
Well, I know that, but like, I would be able to. I mean, like, I guarantee if you did it, I could tell.
Are you sure?
I'm willing to put money on it.
You said that one time when you guessed the rye, and it was like a very typical bourbon.
No, this is different. This is different. I mean, this is entirely different. I mean, mash.
Have you been drinking?
No, I'm saying
Are
like
you sure?
tequila has a very, very, very distinct agave taste.
That.
Rum has a very funky, like really funky taste to it, which is nothing like bourbon. And then what was it? A cognac. I could totally pick out if you put.
Well, yes, but you drinking that just straight. You don't drink the rum and the tequila that we have straight. So like you won't know what those
not
actually
ours,
taste like.
but like I've drank tequila and rum straight. I've drank the plantation rum straight like twice at least. It's made to be drank straight. Rum is like a nicer rum, like a non-spiced rum. What the heck is? You know what, Sugar Kitty? You're absolutely right because we're just getting completely attacked with these. What the heck? No! Don't advertise them, Holden. What are you doing? With these bots here, we're just getting overwhelmed. It's like I gotta put them on timeout. An error occurred. Tried refreshing the page or not. Well, now they're on timeout. Sugar Kitty, Hanging AZ says, Soylent Green. It's people. What's that mean? Soylent Green?
Do you want me to Google it? Because I don't know the answer.
I don't know what the answer is for that one. Sorry, Hanging. I need to send you a blind. I'll take a blind. That would be if you send me a blind and none of it was whiskey, I would still thoroughly enjoy drinking it. To be honest. And, you know, I love sharing as well. So if you wanted to send one and I could send one back, I mean, I'm 100% fully down with swapping, or even if you wanted to send me something, email me and let me know and you can send me something. But yeah, I'm always down for that. Turkey says, I would know is exactly the reason to do it. You know, but like,
I'll keep it in mind, and when I'm pouring them,
and you don't have to do it all at once. Just like buy a bottle.
See if he knows.
Buy a bottle of
and we're gonna come back. We're all gonna come back to this stream afterwards, and we're gonna laugh.
Yeah, I mean, tequila will be the easiest. Cognac would be the second easiest. The rum is the only one that I'm not entirely sure about. The cognac is very distinct as well, just like tequila. But rum, I maybe could mistake. I don't know.
I'm starting to think of all the ways I could screw with him now. I could like mix two of them together, and then you would be like,
"Oh, I don't do good enough on the normal ones. How do you think I'm gonna fare when it's mixed together?"
It's all for fun, honey.
Oh yes, I know. It's all for fun. Until I'm drinking Malort and suffering at the end of every stream.
You said Malort.
I always say Malort. But yeah, no, I agree. I mean, you can mix things together. It's just that in terms of having a concrete answer for the end of the game, we can do.
I thought of another good one.
If you think of other games too, we could totally do that. What's another one? Loren.
We could make like 4 different drinks, like are there 4 different old fashions or 4 different like whiskey sours, and you have to guess which whiskey's in it.
Oh. Okay, but I think for that, since it would be in a cocktail, you would have to have like. I couldn't guess the whole shelf, which whiskey is in it. I think you would pull out the 4 bottles. I think I killed the bottle. You would pull out the 4 bottles, and I would say that bottle is this glass, this bottle is this glass. Like if we had these 4, I would say Larceny's in glass A, Toasted Barrel's in glass B, that kind of thing, rather than picking from a whole shelf because it is cocktails.
I can make 4 pies.
She gets so excited about these things, guys. Oh my goodness. Whiskey Knows is in the house. Hey man, welcome. How's it going tonight? How's your live stream? Sorry that I couldn't be there.
Does he do it at the same time as you?
Yeah, occasionally he does. At least recently, I noticed he's been doing it, which is 100% okay. I always like to support other channels. Also, everyone, if you guys haven't checked out Whiskey Knows, go check him out. Also, Bourbon Neophyte Anthony was in here earlier. Most of you guys already know him and are subscribed to both of these guys actually. But any channels who come support me, go support them because I love everyone in the whiskey community, and it's just support all around and such great people. So check everyone out. Subscribe to their channels as well as mine because we can always use it. And don't forget to hit that like button on this live stream. You guys just go down, click the like button.
Only 2 people have liked it. There's
only
like
2,
100 people in here.
Yeah, there's 6 people in here now, and only 2 people have liked it. So you guys get your butts a bobbing, please. Please. And thank you. Sure Kitty says, even the bots thought it was a good stream. Yeah, honestly, they were just swarming us today. Whiskey Knows, it would all be bourbon and rye. Tequila, you would know. Yeah, that's what I said. I said I would know tequila. I think that agave just has a very distinct funk to it. Sugar Kitty says hashtag Team Loren. Seems like we have a lot of Team Loren supporters in the house. Rum, Calvados, and dark mezcal. You know, I've never had a mezcal. It would be interesting though.
Have I?
No, it's mezcal is like scotch of tequila. It's like
but like
tequila but smoky.
But like what brands? Because I've had lots of tequila.
They make mezcal on a lot of brands. I mean, they make mezcal Casamigos. They make mezcal Jose Cuervo. I'm sure. Like mezcal isn't like a specific brand. Isn't mezcal? It's like people offer mezcal. Like Elijah Craig offers bourbon and rye. Casamigos offers tequila Blanco, Añejo, and mezcal. So it's like that.
I had really good tequila one time.
What was it?
Really good. Centenaros.
I think you would really like the tequila, the Añejo tequila from the place that I had it and tried it. It was really good. I mean, I was at a liquor store and I got a tasting with just another random bourbon lover from Wisconsin. And I was drinking tequila Añejo, and the store clerk offered it to this other guy who came in, and they were looking at the glass case.
There's 9 likes.
Oh, there's 9 likes.
I yelled at everyone.
Unbelievable. I'm sorry too, everyone. Sorry. Yeah, so I was drinking this tequila. It was pretty great, actually. So I told the bourbon drinker who was looking in the glass case next to me that he should try a dram, and he was a little sketchy at first because, you know, it's tequila. We don't typically like tequila. And he tried it, and he was blown away just like me. That the Añejo, which is like extra aged. Where was this? This was at the wine cellar in De Pere. Which are great people if you guys live in Wisconsin. I wasn't there for that either. No. That's why I kept telling you about it. Yeah, so a dark, long-aged tequila it's really, honestly, really sweet. Really like candy forward. Like, it's like a bourbon, but like tequila. Hanging AZ says, I would just like to see how you thought of the daily drinker versus the better stuff I have. Yeah, that would be interesting. I would love to do that. You talking about Scotch Neophyte? Yeah, Scotch Neophyte. I am talking about Scotch Neophyte. There's a good game. 2 dallies versus 2 hitters. Oh yeah, you could do instead of like this, you can just pick 2 crud bottles and 2 grape bottles, and I can try to pick out which one's which. You know, like instead of doing a lineup like this, maybe grab these 2 bottles and pair them with like the timekeepers.
Yeah, but you like never drink your daily drinkers. You only ever drink these ones. Like you drink the Penelope like it's freaking.
The Penelope's good, and it's relatively new, and it pairs amazingly with a cigar. Let me tell you, but yeah,
it doesn't pair good trying to kiss them afterwards.
Yeah, people who smoke cigars, their significant others don't always like that breath, but it's what it is. Trigger Kitty says there are more likes, you just need to refresh. Yeah, and you did that. So
I did.
sorry
I
everyone.
didn't mean to yell. Sorry, and everyone knows what Holden has to deal with when the live stream ends.
Anyways, he says mezcal is agave smoked in clay pots outdoors. Tequila is done indoor ovens. Okay, so it's kind of like smoking a brisket versus putting it in like an oven.
Sorry, I'm watching the live. My comments are coming in faster.
Oh, yeah, I get it. Hanging Z says we could all send Holden 2 good samples, and the winner gets a signed bottle of Long Branch. Yeah, that might honestly be something that you need to send or need to do for Anthony. I bet he would love giving away a Long Branch. That or Sean. Sean actually likes Long Branch, so I thought Long Branch was okay. So I don't know what all the hate is about it. Sugar Kitty says Wild Turkey 101 is versus Russell's or OGD versus KC9. Yeah. I think I like Wild Turkey 101 over Russell's, and between Knob Creek 9 and Old Granddad, I think I would like Granddad better because of what I've heard, but honestly, I've never had the Granddad. I think I would choose OGD 114 because most Knob Creeks are at the like 100 or 120 proof, and at least those are the ones that I would be getting. So they would definitely be interesting, and they'd make for good videos or live streams. So, Hanging Daisy says signed by Loren LOL. Oh, okay.
I know that once I change my name, the original Loren Whiting signature will become like special. It'll be like rare.
Yeah, true.
It'll be worth more
when
money.
we get married, then you guys will have a bottle signed by Loren Whiting, and then you'll be able to sell it for like
a bajillion dollars.
Yeah, a lot of money because she's super famous.
Yeah.
She's just like everyone knows her. You know, everyone within a 5-foot radius of where we are. That's us.
You're gonna get a whole flight of Malort. You will watch your mouth.
Sure, he says a bottle of Long Branch. I am sending Johnny Smoking Gun. Then Hanging AZ in the cult fashion says Johnny Smoking Gun, which I don't know what that is. So,
isn't that one of the ones that are in there?
No, that's Smoke Wagon.
Oh.
No, Johnny Smoking Gun, I think they talked about on a previous stream, and I'm pretty sure they said it was garbage. It was either garbage or it was controversial. I can't remember which one it was. Sugar Kitty says Knob Creek 9 is the lower proof. KC Single Barrel is the 120 proof. Yeah, but even the Knob Creek 9 is still 100 proof, isn't it? I think. Which, I mean, do they... Because I think when it gets down to 80 proof, that just turns into Basil Hayden's, right? I think. I don't know if they have like a...
like I know the answer.
I don't think they have like a low proof Knob Creek. This one's 90 proof. It's a flavored whiskey though, so you know there's that. Yeah, it wasn't bad. It's definitely way too sweet for me.
Ew.
What's up?
It's not on your thing yet.
Okay. Hanging Z says collector's item. Yes, indeed.
I'm a collector.
Flies. Johnny Smoking Gun is the one with Chinese tea. Oh, tastes like fish and soy sauce.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, some people like fish and soy sauce, and you know, like
I
like a peated.
If I'm eating it, I don't want to drink it.
Like a peated Scotch is like if you're expecting the smoky, briny flavors of like a Lafroig, then it's not as bad. I almost wonder if you were expecting fish and soy sauce, and maybe
like it's salty.
You know, I don't really know.
Like salt. I don't want to drink something that's salty. I don't even like when there's salt in my margarita.
You know, I was drinking the Elijah Craig B522 batch this weekend with a buddy, and he put out a good note that was so realistic. It was a salted butter, like. It was like a fresh butter note. No, seriously, it was like.
How do they just know what that tastes like? Though? Like I don't think like in my head like oh it tastes like salted butter. What if
think
it tastes
of like
unsalted
a buttery like roll that's like has salt on it.
I know,
but like
I'm just saying like to decipher that between unsalted.
Yeah, well,
butter
I had said peanut butter, but I didn't even think about like the salty like butteriness, and it was a really good note. And I think if you guys have a batch B522 of Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, definitely look for like a salty butter note. Definitely comes through, which it was a really good note. Sugar Kitty says buy a KC9 at 100 proof. is similar to, or he says, but KC9 at 100 proof is similar to the OGD bonded. Good point. Yeah, I bet that would probably be a really good comparison. I think as he says, bourbon can be creamy indeed.
That's not gross.
No, creamy is good.
If you put like,
I love like.
if we,
Originally,
like,
this
if-
is very like root beer, like cream soda. Continue. Sorry.
If we mix the bourbon with like ice cream, then it would taste good.
You know, one of these live streams is gonna be bourbon ice cream floats, and you guys better show up for it because it's gonna be so freaking good.
They make
I swear to
beer
God.
ice cream floats now.
Oh yeah. Oh, we could totally do like a bourbon versus beer ice cream float with my Dragon's Milk 2022 edition. Like that would be so good. I just love ice cream and beer and bourbon. So, you know, there's that. Sugarcube says it's supposed to be umami, savory. To match with the Asian foods, it comes out just devil juice. Yeah, so I'm not a big umami guy. I think that is kind of like sometimes a savory note can be good. But I think
bourbon.
Yes, I think over savory is off-putting.
I wouldn't like it.
Yeah, Loren wouldn't like it.
I like it sweet.
You know, that's what I said too.
Like
That's how I started to.
Actually,
it's kind of
like
more
my
of an
alcohol
adventure.
Sweet, like I like my alcohol sour.
Yeah, like if you had taken an actual sip of this, it probably would have been too sweet for you.
Yeah.
It was really sweet. That Knob Creek maple was really sweet. A rye float, that would be really good. I'm not drinking any satanic bourbon. I already did on screen. Sugar Kitty says. Sugar Kitty, you were on screen. Who did you go on screen with? I want to watch that. I want to watch a Sugar Kitty drinking whiskey. That would be insane.
I feel like we're all picturing like a little house cat and the whole time like
he's got this little like he has to drink out of a rocks glass because he can't fit his nose and mouth into like a Glencairn, and so like he sits there and he goes,
he could use this cup,
and then like he looks at the camera to do his review and he just goes meow, and that's it.
Why'd you make this like
Meow.
sultry?
Meow, Gary. It's a little SpongeBob for everyone. Sugar Kitty says, "Yep." Sugar Kitty also said, "That's the shelf turds. You want the link?" Yeah, I want the link for sure. Put it in the chat. I'll definitely watch it. Shelf turds are awesome. I think they're whiskeychannel.com now, but they're the guys who made all the like this really sick songs and stuff for Mad Madness. I don't know if you watched any of that with me. I think that's Shelf Turds, right? That made the Mad Madness music, which is awesome. Then they're whiskeychannel.com now. But yeah, those guys are awesome. Well, it's a guy and a girl, and their names escape me. But really cool people.
We're a guy and a girl.
We are a guy and a girl, and I think that helps diversify viewers. But we are at an hour and 52 minutes, so it's almost time to close the live stream up. I think all we're waiting for is Sugar Kitty's link to the Shelf Turds, and then once we get that, then I can close out the live stream. But that being said,
am I supposed to do a live stream next week with you and the guy, or am I not allowed? Am I not invited?
It's up to you, I guess.
Do people want me there?
I don't know. I can talk to Anthony and see how he wants
some bread or something.
Yeah, maybe.
Like in the 1950s.
We'll see. It might be easier for me to just do it with Anthony, but if he wants you there and we can work something out that you can be there, that would be fun too, I think. So, and then he can talk to both of us. But since we are kind of a duo on this, but that being said, just about that time to close on the live stream. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. I know we always have a lot of fun doing these live streams, especially with all the great viewers and fun people that watch it, like you guys. So, that being said,
hold on, he's almost got the link. Everyone
all right.
Calm down.
Sugar Kitty says, yeah, that's them. David and Kira. That's their names. David and Kira. Computer is slow. Almost got the link. Awesome. Well, we're just going to drag this out just slightly while you get the link, Sugar Kitty. And then everyone can see you in all your glory once and for all.
Yeah. We were just talking about how we didn't know what you looked like.
Yeah.
I mean, besides your profile picture.
Yeah. But yeah, David and Kira are very talented. They're very like musically inclined, and they always have a lot of music. So when they made Matt Madness, Matt Porter, aka ADHD Whiskey, had a bunch of. Ooh, there's a link right there. So there's a link, everybody. I'm gonna star that so you guys can click on it. We have some people 1 hour and 40 minutes. So you should click on that so we can watch it after this live stream's over. And then just pause it. And then yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and close out this live stream so we can watch the link. But anyway, what I was saying about David and Kira, they made a bunch of songs for every contestant who was on Matt Madness, and they had like literally like 50 like different songs just that they made up from like regular beats.
And it was like
it was about each individual person.
That's
so it was
funny.
like when Clifty was on from Bourbon Bites, there was like a song that was like the Clifty bus is rolling, and it was like I can't remember all the words to it, but they make a lot of good music, and it was really entertaining, and it brought like a whole new thing to Matt Madness, I thought. So I think they're quite great people. All right, yeah, Sugar Kitty says that time has a link. It should be about 1 hour and 40 minutes. Awesome, Sugar Kitty. Thanks a lot for doing that. I hope you guys all had a great night. I know we sure did. And we're going to cheers this off and then go watch Sugar Kitty's video that he linked in the description. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you all in the next class. Cheers.
Nice.
That was a good one. That was a good one. Have a good night, everybody.